Another beautiful day at the Arizona Biltmore in Phoenix as the NFL League meeting has concluded. Hello, I'm Phil Milani alongside Andrew Mason. We're going to go over a few of the rules changes that occurred here in Phoenix over the past couple of days. We heard from Commissioner Roger Goodell, and the big one we want to start with is a huge change in philosophy with instant replay. For the first time ever, with a coach's challenge, they can put a flag on the field.
Exactly. Now you can have a challenge that turns a play that isn't a penalty into a penalty, and something that's like judgment call. This, of course, is all in reaction to the NFC Championship game between the Saints and the Rams, the pass interference non-call that will be talked about until the end of time in New Orleans, as costing the Saints at least a Super Bowl trip, if not a World Championship. And got to give credit to the coaches on this, because originally the competition committee proposal only called for pass interference plays called on the field to be subject to challenges, but the coaches as a group wanted to get this right, banded together. They were even meeting over by the pool on, some of the coaches were here at the hotel on Tuesday afternoon, and really pushed to make sure that was included. And we'll see where this goes. I mean, instant replay has been around in some form for the most part since 1986. This could broaden the scope of what's eligible for review. But if they keep it at 2 challenges, that'll make coaches think twice before making some willy-nilly challenges.
I personally believe it was the fact that every club wanted to get, and the league wanted to get these plays right. I mean, replay is to get it right. And ultimately, people compromised, I think, on long-held views because they want to get the system right. They want to get the play right. I think you will see replay continue to evolve, but I would tell you that I think one of the foundations of it was the challenge system. The clubs really felt that that was important to continue.
The other big thing is the Broncos rule proposal for 4th and 15 instead of an onside kick one time in the fourth quarter. That got voted down.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you look at the percentages, as far as onside kickoffs last year, they went down to 7%, 452. So this 4th and 15 from the 35 proposal was designed to get the success rate back to around where it was for onside kickoffs prior to the 2018 kickoff rules changes, which, by the way, were made permanent yesterday. So they were on a 1-year trial. They were happy with how they reduced concussions. Those are permanent. So it's one of those things that it doesn't necessarily feel like football right now, maybe to some who kind of have a little more of an old school mentality, but something I think that could be revisited down the line, especially if the AAF remains in play and continues using it and has success with it.
And the other big topic of note, the Chiefs' proposal to change overtime, ensuring that each team will get a shot to play offense, that got tabled till May.
Yeah, and it might be kind of a thing where we get it in gradual steps. It could be added, say, for the postseason and then for the regular season, sort of like how the current overtime was added first for postseason, with each team getting the ball first unless a touchdown was scored. Of course, it affected the Broncos-Steelers game back in January of 2012, and then added to the regular season. So maybe we see it in steps. At least the Chiefs' proposal to have no coin flip for overtime and just have the team that won the original coin flip get the choice in overtime. At least that didn't go through, because that was sour grapes from a team that won coin toss after coin toss in the 2018 season and then lost the one that mattered.
All right, well, that's going to conclude our coverage here at the Arizona Biltmore in Phoenix. For Andrew Mason, I'm Phil Milani.